Before we go into the content of today's show, let me share something with you. Have you ever known you're meant to be more visible, but something keeps holding you back? Overthinking, self-doubt, or simply not knowing what to say. I'm Sabine Quenberg, and I created Vibrant Voices Network for entrepreneurs and leaders who want a stronger signature message, more confidence, and real connections that move businesses forward. Inside, you'll practice your voice, refine your message, and step into visibility with support every single week. Enrollment is now open. Go to sabinequenberg.com/vibrant-voices or click the link in the show notes. Come join us and let your voice be heard. Some of the most brilliant people I know are almost invisible. Not because they lack talent, but because no one actually sees them. If you've ever felt, "Oh, I know I'm capable of more, but people just don't seem to notice," then this episode is for you. Hi, my name is Sabine Quenberg, and welcome to the Invisible Stage Daily, your space to grow behind the curtain so you can shine with confidence when it counts. Here is the truth that can feel a little uncomfortable. You are not seen for how valuable you are. You are seen for how clearly you can communicate that value. That doesn't mean your worth depends on your words. It means that in the real world, at work, in business, in leadership, people only experience what you are able to express. Think of your skills, your expertise, your wisdom as a beautiful treasure chest. If you never lift the lid, people will walk by and assume it's just a box. Communication is the key that opened it. Let me share a moment from my own journey. Years ago, after I immigrated from Germany to the US, I had decades of stage experience, acting, directing, running a performing arts school. I knew how much value I could bring. Coaching, presence, storytelling, performance, leadership. But in certain rooms, especially business environments, I found myself holding back. I had an accent. I was the new person, and part of me thought, who wants to hear my perspective? Just stay quiet, Sabine. Don't rock the boat. So there I was with all this experience and passion inside, and yet to the people in that room, I was just the woman sitting quietly at the table. My value didn't change, but my visibility did, because I wasn't allowing my voice to match what I carried on the inside. And I see this so often with my clients. The brilliant professional who never speaks up in meetings. The entrepreneur who has a powerful story but never shares it. The leader who softens their voice so much that no one remembers what they said. They are not stuck because they lack value. They are stuck because the world can't hear their value. Imagine two circles. The first circle is real value, your skills, your lived experience, your unique perspective, your stories. And the second circle is your visible communication, what people actually see and hear when you speak. So for many people, those two circles barely overlap. Inside, you're a 9 in value. But the way you speak and show up and present yourself communicates a 3. On your visible stage, the work is to bring those circles closer together. So how you show up starts to match who you truly are. Now, let's do a quick reflection together. If you're not driving, you can even jot this down later. So ask yourself, on a scale from 1 to 10, How valuable am I really based on my experience, skills, and heart? Don't be modest, be honest. On a scale from 1 to 10, how clearly do I communicate that value when I speak? Most people discover a gap. Maybe your inner value is an 8, but your visible communication feels like a 4. That gap, that's your invisible stage work. That's where you rehearse, refine, and rewire the way you speak so you can walk into any room and let people actually experience who you are. Now, this is where you might feel a bit of resistance. You might think, I don't want to sound arrogant. I don't like being the center of attention. What if I stumble or forget what I wanted to say? I understand. I've been there. But here's a reframe. It's not about putting a spotlight on you. It's about shining a light on the value you carry so it can serve others. When you stay silent, people don't just miss you. They miss solutions, the perspectives, the comfort, the clarity you could have given them. So here's one tiny action you can take this week. Choose one moment to speak, 10% more boldly than you normally would. In a meeting, instead of staying quiet, say, I'd like to share a different angle on this. In a conversation, instead of brushing off a compliment, say, thank you. This is actually something I've invested years into. On social media, instead of only sharing quotes, record a 60-second video sharing one insight from your story. Not dramatic, not over the top, just 10% more bold. That's how visibility grows, one small, brave choice at a time. So, let's recap today's reminder. You carry incredible value already. The world only experiences what you communicate. There's often a gap between your inner value and your visible expression. Your invisible stage work is closing that gap. So, your voice reflects who you truly are. And if you're ready to go further with this work, I would love to personally coach you, whether you are an entrepreneur or a leader. Your voice is one of your greatest assets. And it's time for people to actually see what you're capable of. You'll find the link in the show notes. Save your seat, invite a friend, and let's close that gap between your value and your visibility. Thank you for joining me on the Invisible Stage Daily. And if today's episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who's quietly brilliant but not yet fully seen. Remember, the stage is not only out there with lights and microphone. It's in every conversation, every meeting, every moment you choose to use your voice. Until the next time, keep listening to the whispers within and keep stepping into who you were created to be.